Alright, I'm alive again, and I'm alive after basically having my entire computer lag out for no good reason, prompting me to close everything, update my graphics driver, and then restart the computer entirely. And now that I have, hopefully that can be avoided again. And also, the whole reason I cut window flats in the first place is because I want to do this, and so I shall do it now. So that it's not like something I have pending for any longer than I need to have it for. Not that I don't like it, but well, that's part of the reason. The fact that I don't dislike it is part of the reason why I'm kind of pushing myself to do this, so that it doesn't just end up on the I need to finish this pile, along with the fucking dozens of other games I have on there. Well, that's part of the reason why I streamed stuff that isn't like co-op stuff to begin with, honestly. Yes, here we go. It's time for what is quite possibly, and quite probably, if all goes as planned, quite willfully, if anything, any of this goes the way I intend for it to go. Our final foray into the world of Chronos here in Hexen Vanilla, at least. Because, I have mentioned this in the past, but Hexen, much like pretty much every other game in this, well, every game in this brief trilogy of Heretic/Hexen related stuff that I'm doing, has not only the vanilla game, but also some extended content. And, whereas Heretic has Shadow the Serpent Riders and Hexen 2 has Portal of Privis, Hexen 1, which is the second game in the series, which makes it kind of like I don't know, a situation sorta kinda similar to the Rambo movies, I guess. That's pretty much the only example I can think of where it's like First Blood and Rambo, First Blood Part 2 and Rambo 3. Instead of that, it's like Heretic, which is the first game in the series, then Hexen Beyond Heretic, which is the second game in the series, then Hexen 2, which is the third game in the series, and then Heretic 2, which is the fourth game in the series, which I will not be playing because I couldn't get it around, like I said. I don't know, that game looks... I mean, I would just say it looks kind of dubious, but to be perfectly honest, I'm kind of I would be curious to play it anyway if I could get it running, but that's not a puzzle that I managed to solve so far. I'm also stalling because I'm kind of lost in my own fucking maze of directories here. Trying to figure out where I put the game. Even though this is like this is in fact the third time that I'm not only navigating to this. Well, this is the third time that I'm navigating to this folder just to play this specific game on stream, but it's also the way more than that time that I'm navigating to this particular series of folders to play like Doom engine related stuff, such as Doom 1, Doom 2 and Heretic, all of which I have done on stream and all of which are hosted in the same place actually. Hold on, let me load my quick save, I guess. I didn't actually make a save for the final hub, which is in Acropolis, which we will be entering in just a second, because, well, not for any particular reason, but basically trying to do this thing, which I was going to do at first, but then my mind completely, my brain processes paused, so I didn't. Okay, hold on. Yeah, sure, continue the playback where it left off. Okay. As we're about to, I guess, just for consistency's sake.
And
there we go.
Dozens of baleful eyes glaring down.
Baleful eyes. Hold on. Let me mute that for a second while I let the video catch up. Gonna watch a little narration slash cutscene thing that corresponds to the text that you see when you go from the fourth hub to the final hub in this. Let's see. So I'll actually show that first. I don't think I need anything else. Well, I say that, but come to think of it. You know what I could do? I could like maybe wander around a little bit here since it's probably gonna be a little bit shorter than the other couple of streams of this that I've done since I only have the one hub left to go through. I have no really intention of doing anything else after I... Okay, never mind. I'm gonna say wander around here and find a little more magic to top myself off, but I guess that's not... Oh fuck, gonna happen, and just hurt myself. I want the Wings of Wrath, I guess. What the fuck use am I gonna have for the Wings of Wrath at this point? I can't even leave this room, can I? No, never. I'm gonna say unless I can somehow fly up through some part of this room, but I'm pretty sure that's not gonna happen, so I really don't see what the fuck the point of using the Wings of Wrath would be unless you were to use them during the fight against the Heresiarch. Hey, did you see that? I pronounced it right this time, and other things that it brings into existence. But hey, I didn't end up doing that, so I guess that's just wasted now. Let's watch the text here. Just like just a small portion of the length of the text that the other level transitions have. Contest with the forces therein unto the very gates of despair. Whether he shall return again to the world of light, no man knows. Yeah, but... but... Okay, apparently if you let this go on for long enough, you get the dam. Just the one dam? I'm pretty sure the artistic license version that I thought was artistic license. Really just the one dam, hold on. Okay, now I'm curious, because if I do that then... Okay, I'm not even gonna bother with the fucking Wings of Wrath that time, because there's no point to getting them. Okay, I'm just gonna go into this portal here and sit here. And not even like tab out or anything, just see what happens. Is it just one down? Because I'm actually kind of perplexed by that at this point. Also, hey, Red Bear and default sad emote say. Be advised. I could hover it to figure out what channel that's from. Okay, so that's the one dam. It's really just one dam, because that's not quite the dramatic effect that the Well, I don't know, maybe it's not supposed to be a dramatic effect, maybe it's supposed to be more of a humorous effect, like you, the player character, are reading this weird kind of prophecy. Hey, we're gonna go into hell, and there's no assurance that you're gonna come out on top, so it's like, well, damn. And not maybe that's the intent. Yeah, I guess it's just the one damn, and the reason that kind of confuses me is because if you remember, we do have this, is that aligned properly? I guess it is. We do have the cutscenes from the PlayStation version, and it's a little bit different with, you know, each scene. The narration is kind of a copy, but not really.
And he shall journey into the realms of the dead, and contest with the forces therein, unto the very gates of despair. But whether he shall return again to the world of light, no man knows. Damn! Damn! Damn!
See, I'm not quite sure if, like, I guess the dam is supposed to be the player character or something, being like, well shit, I'm really in for it now, aren't I? Or something like that. Didn't quite strike me like that at first, I guess. But yeah, that's a level transition. He advices from Dusty, someone gifted me a sub there, here a piece of a cup in GTA 5. Got 2 emotes. Actually, now I will tab out. What's the other one? Mr. Big Time. Oh boy. I think you need like 30 subs or something to be able to get an additional emote as an affiliate. So I don't think I'll have to be worrying about that anytime soon. But yeah, let's actually go into the final hub now.
Are you strong enough to face your own masters?
Your own masters, even though. Well, I guess that would kind of make sense if you're like playing this in multiplayer. Oh boy, time 2. This guy coming towards me, I believe he is, yeah. This guy very much knows that I'm here. Well, these are the Reavers, if I'm not mistaken. They're the... Look like they're pretty much the same as the... Ooh, okay. As, you know, various other enemy types that we've seen, such as the Chaos Serpents and those Dark Bishops, oh shit. Where they just kind of hang around and fucking sneak up on you like that and pelt you with shit from a distance, and you can't really do anything about that, can you? They're extremely quiet until they actually hit you in the face. Alright, oh boy. Well, I was so sure I was gonna die there. I was gonna say I was trying to like jump back into the little nook that you spawn in. It's a little bit difficult since you have to actually jump to get back in there. It's not like step level. Okay, I'm almost dead. Pop a couple of those quartz flasks for good measure, like always. You know, it occurs to me that kind of been complaining about how I've had to resort more about my quartz flask supply in these last few hubs. Last couple of hubs, just because there's relative shortage of the blue vials that you can use to just collect and heal yourself. Looks like it might be part of a puzzle. Here we are in the necropolis. But at the same time I look through my inventory and I realize I have 10 of those mystic urns, which are basically full heals. I can really just bring myself back from the brink of death that times and that many times, and since each quartz flask is worth 25 health and you can carry 25 of those, it's what's the power of 2 of 25? I don't actually know. Or 25 squared, I guess you would say. Well, however much, whatever number that is, that's like the amount of health I can heal on command here. So I don't actually, or I don't find any more of these, which I just did, so... I'm flechettes. So I think we're gonna be alright. I'm pretty sure 125 is 25 times 5, I meant like 25 times 25. Boy, speaking of the Dark Bishops, here they are. Oh, hello. I figured there would be one... one to the side there, but didn't actually catch it until actually popped up in my face, right, so... Oh, dear. Okay, I guess there's gonna be more of those, Reavers out here eventually. But in the meantime, let's have more of these dudes. Let's see. Just spawning in. 125. Well, there you go. I can combine that with the mystic urns that I have, I guess that pretty much means I can die 16 times over and I'll have enough health to heal myself. Oh shoot. Okay, I found out where the other Reaver was, and I don't really have any room to work with here, so I might die. Let's see. Like I said, I'm gonna pop this. Did I say 16 times over? Like, that's supposed to be impressive, but honestly, that's incredibly easy to do if you actually do get hit. As I've been showing time and again. Let's see if I can make my way back over to this area over here. Okay. What? Excuse me? Alright, I guess one of them snuck up from behind somehow, even though there weren't any of them out here. We'll just accept that. Oh, I see. Can I come up from the ground like that? They just randomly appear all at once, because I'm incredibly confused as to how they're all appearing now. Whereas they didn't before. I am also incredibly unhappy with their presence here. Because that makes the likelihood of my death very, very, very high. I guess we're managing. Okay, we're not dead. And I can pick up some more of these quartz flasks here. It's in every single one of them, because that's at least how many we've used since we got in this area. Okay, so I can go there. That's like the south, and I see that maybe another one of those guys has decided to pick a fight with me. What if I go into this from like... It looks like maybe, just maybe, if I step in here, that'll trigger some molten open and more of those guys will after me or something. Okay. See a guy back there, I was gonna say. I thought maybe these guys can like travel underground by like actually moving under the ground and then they pop out here or something. That would kind of explain what we've just seen back there. It's not something I'm happy with, but... Right, okay, I was gonna see where the fuck... Oh, there I get hit there if I saw absolutely nothing approach. And even though explanation that technically falls within the realm of reason was provided, it was not one that made me happy, because I was not entirely convinced of its impartiality, I guess. Is that how you say that as a noun? Even knows. Oh, Christ. There'll be a lot of these. Like, I'm kind of wondering too if, like, me stepping on the graves or something is actually making them come out. Okay, I'm gonna step on this grave. Okay. That made some guy show up over there. Or maybe he was over there. Oh shit, okay. I see. Yes, I'm gonna pop these. You know, perfectly well timed that. I don't even know. Or are these just gonna keep like spawning forever? Oh, I died. Shockingly. I don't know what the deal is there. Hold on. If I reload, it will put the other way back here. Of course. Well, it's not really surprising. I don't really know if I can even clear out the ones that show up there. Well, actually, hold up. Oh, fuck's sake. Go ahead and make a save here for the necropolis, because that's where we are. And then set up the quick save stuff. Oh shit. And then use the quick save because I accidentally pressed enter again and did that. Oh yeah, I immediately forgot that you can't go back into that nook because that would make too much sense. Trying to dodge these this onslaught of nonsense. And this is not a very nice welcome to this hub, I'm gonna tell you. I don't even know if like these guys, like something weird like this group of revenants that show up here, or not revenants, reavers, that's what they're called. It's like you got the revenant from Doom, you got the undead warriors from Heretic, and you got the reavers in this. I'm wondering if this one group of reavers that shows up out here is like continually warps back over there or something, and then just keeps coming back to life. Or it's something like that for, say, okay, I've been over there, over the wall here a number of times, and their numbers do not seem to dwindle at all. You know what, I'm gonna try something, just for the sake of curiosity. What if I take out of my invincibility things here, the rook things, and then I'm gonna try to look around here. And figure out what is here. Oh, there's a guy. And there's a guy right around the corner there who is not deigned to notice me. I don't know if... I'm pretty sure when I came here there were at least 2 occasions in which like a fucking legion of them came up from the ground. Just waiting for that to happen again. Yep, it's happening again. It's fucking Twin Peaks up in here. And I died, unsurprisingly. Let me try something. Let me try these. See if these help. I can even hit them with these. Okay. It's just a little bit difficult, but I can. Oh, it doesn't really stun them or kill them quickly enough to stop them from actually hurting me. But I guess it's better than nothing. I'm wondering if we can actually clear this out. Like, okay, I'm gonna try to keep track of this now. Or at least 2 of those guys that came up from this part of the ground here. If I like hang around in this one specific corner of the map, will they show up again? What? I'm gonna try to like camp this area and try to secure it. Or I can do anything else. Okay. I don't know where there's a sound coming from there. Yeah, something tells me the rip on the gravestone didn't quite work. Oh, and then... oh, hold on. This guy needs to not be here. You know, as if these guys fucking respawning infinitely wasn't a big enough problem. You got the Yetons spawning in every so often. They're the real respawn spam enemies. Sound of resurrection. Keep hearing one of these guys moaning here, but I can't actually tell. Oh, okay. Where exactly that's coming from. Okay, and here's the problem too. I'm pretty sure that I like angered a bunch of guys back here, and then I tried to retreat back to the main kind of area. Started leveling, and now it's fucking infested with them for some reason. Even though it had already been cleared out beforehand. want to assume that it's fine now, but I have no idea. I keep quick saving impulsively. It's to be the only way to get any kind of security. And to keep exploring. Okay. Okay. Alright. Okay, I think we've at least gotten to the far end of this direction, kind of. See if I can find anything even worthwhile down here before fucking the next Legion of Reavers shows up to try and kill me. Hey, what do you know? Looks like I predicted the future. I do like how that guy literally just popped up right below me. Okay, I think it might be time to sort through this again and then die. Okay, never mind. Okay, so now that I know that that's gonna happen, probably. I refuse to cross this threshold of stone until those two guys at least are dead. And in the end, it didn't matter. Just not look that way. Okay. Really don't know exactly what triggers those fucking guys to come up from the grave. Is it standing on Eric's grave? Is it standing on any other of these? Is it hitting the graves? Is it just random or is it scripted, predetermined? Having a hard time figuring out any of this. Okay. Wonder if the name Eric on the grave is just random, or if they named it that for a specific reason, like it's one of the developers or something. My money would be on a ladder, but I don't know. I have absolutely no idea if these guys emerging is random or if it's predetermined. There's Mike's grave, we found it. Could be that Hexen is set in the future. And it's like a Christmas carol. Some such situation. Okay, so there's a portal back here. Oh no. There's Kevin's grave. Got a musical note on it. There's Chris. What's right here? Is this Mike? Yeah, this is Mike. There's Shane. I hadn't even read that. Are these all Shane? No, just that one is, I guess. So we found a portal back there. I guess that's part of the reason why we need to come back there. Okay, so we have come here before. I don't know. I want to be optimistic and say that those dudes that come up from the ground are eventually gonna run out. There's Rip Torn, perhaps. Oh, hello. Okay. Not gonna run out before they magically appear behind me like that, so. Great. And there's Eric. I'm sure that Eric was the first grade that I noticed that someone's name was written on it. It's not really news. What's behind here? Oh great. That's what's behind here. I say at least one of these guys was hit by one of my arcs of death. I guess that guy was, or else he wouldn't have died so quickly. There. See, I at least want to believe that the centers are not gonna infinitely respawn. I'm starting to have a hard time believing that. Oh fuck. Revenants are not going to infinitely respawn. Excuse me, Reavers. I keep getting the names mixed up. What am I doing? I want to use these, I guess. Okay, let's fucking move away from this zone. And find even more of these fuckers. And then move right back into that zone. Never mind. Now I'm completely sandwiched between these guys. Right. I don't know exactly how far back this is, but I'm guessing quite far back based on the fact that all of these cubes are back here again. Yep, that does in fact seem to be the case. I love getting caught in a funnel with no real way to dodge. Alright, let me see. Did find one portal back here. I don't know if it's marked on the map yet in this timeline. Oh, great. Alright, so... numbers have thinned out significantly, by which I mean a very, very small amount. Or percentage. Right, I'm going to assume that it's... Nope, I'm going to wrongly assume that it's kind of safe out here. And immediately be proven wrong. Whatever. Just... Okay. Take it easy here. Every single one of these unreasonably large legion of centaurs that come out of there. One at a time, trying not to get sandwiched, even though it's not really up to me, as you see there by the fact that enemies just pop in out of nowhere on a regular basis like that. I really can't plan ahead for that. Apparently really hard to shoot this spell through that doorway, so wait for these fuckers to come out here. Okay. Wow, unbelievable, we found a crystal vial. Okay, let's very slowly proceed through this hallway and try to kill everything within. I guess I should be using my magic spells more liberally, just because I have the Crater of Might. I have like 7 of those. Oh great. Okay, this hallway is at least kind of clear. We got Platinum Helmet, we got more magic, and we got another portal. We got at least 2 portals that we've located. And I think we might have gotten a bit of an indication as to stuff that we need to look out for. Like solve the puzzle. Right, it's starting to quiet down a little here, which does make me happy. Do like not having to deal with horrible things that want to kill me popping in out of nowhere every 2 seconds, but apparently that's not what the game thinks. Apparently the game believes I love it. And it offers them up very generously indeed. Okay, so yeah, I want to say at this point it's a pretty safe assumption that those reavers popping up in great numbers like that is scripted. And they will eventually run out, which makes me happy. A large number of them might have just shown up over there. And here comes one of them right by Ben's grave. And this was a graveyard for drowning victims. Okay, there we go. It's a little quiet back there. And I believe we have also looked at the other portal here, back here, haven't we? It's right there. Right back there, even though we haven't actually opened the door because it's barred from the inside, but weren't we able to open that before? Am I crazy? Thought we were. There's a portal on the other side though. Maybe I am crazy, I don't know. I'm pretty sure we found a portal just like behind the doorway. Pretty sure that was it. That's a door, so I don't know, maybe nothing. I don't know what to do this there. Well, I guess I'm gonna go back and before I head into that one portal that I guess I am actually able to access right now. Fuck. I'm gonna deal with more nonsense, I guess. First of all. I am driven by the notion that this will eventually stop. I realized that I never even opened up that door after like the first time that I spent in here. Okay, I'm pretty sure I did discover that this thing descends, but... Never actually came down here, but I guess I should have, because that door switch, I'm guessing, did something that I want to... Okay, yeah, it opens this up. Okay. Little window there, and another window here. And a switch there, and... goodness gracious, I don't know where I'm going. Oh. Going out into the fucking pit of Chaos Serpents. I didn't actually defeat. Hold on. Well, now I know that they're there. Okay, so... I guess before I do anything with any other portals, I would like to clear out as much of this main hub as I can. Just try to see how far into it I can go right now. At this precise moment in time. So first I will try to figure out if I can clear out this room with the Dark Bishops here. And see what lies beyond. I'm gonna say this does look like... Portal has been sealed. What? Excuse me? Oh, I see. There's a bunch of these. Choose your fate. Oh, I don't know. There's probably some kind of indication as to which of these is the good one. If there is a good one. I don't know how this works exactly. Guess we're gonna choose my fate. Start with this one. Okay. Excuse me? Okay. Okay, that just opened up the corner behind it, but I guess that was not it. Maybe we just have to activate all of them. Like each one of them is gonna make a bad thing happen. Alright, so this switch has been pressed. It has officially been chosen. And here comes that. Oh boy. If I had to imagine that's not just that from... I'm just gonna come from one direction, but from both. I think I'm gonna try to press all the switches just to see what's in each and every one of these. Looks like it'll be fine. Extremely fine. This could be much worse, all things considered. Okay, so that's how you open the door, kind of. What would be if this guy... Okay, so those guys were in fact in the way and stopping the door from opening beforehand, so I guess this is the correct switch. And that was here, but the rest of those are still there. I guess we can, if we want to like kill everything. Head there. Okay, so there's another portal. We have discovered a third portal. Even if one of the portals that we discovered before this point is technically not accessible right now. Okay. Oh, you exist now. You might need shields for fucking attacks of these fucking clowns in green. Or green and blue are trying to hit me with. There you go. Okay, is that all of them? I don't believe it is. No, there's one left. What did that do? It's like something else opened up. Oh. There you go. Now all of them are open. It's called 100% completion. Alright, so... You know, just as before, I am now obligated to try and clear out this final gauntlet before I proceed in the final gauntlet of dealing with the Chaos Serpents here. Chaos Serpent, or brown Chaos Serpents, that's spit green shit. To be precise with my wording. I can't say I'm a fan of how apparently impossible it is to hit this guy up here, even though he can hit me fairly easily if some of the stuff I've seen is any indication there. I've been able to hit him a few times, but there we go. Not until then was it actually possible for me to finish him off. Right, let's see. I'm prudent here and use close quarters tactics to take out that guy. Slowly building up my... oh shit. My repository of green mana again. I might as well use it. Use it and realize that apparently that didn't affect that guy at all. Right. What do we have back here? Boots of speed, more of this. And what do you know? A fourth portal. And presumably the elevator, which would not have come down here again if I didn't flip that switch, if I had to imagine. This is how we... yeah, that's how we get back up with this switch. So now we have a pretty good idea of what the center of the necropolis, which is not quite as large as I would have suspected upon first, you know, after all that I've just been through, but... oh dear. But certainly very... very densely packed with death. Which, you know, makes some kind of sense. is the necropolis. Have made it inside Tradox's tomb, which I think this is pretty much the stick of this level, if what I've seen of it is any indication. Or by seen I mean read about it. In passing extremely, mostly through the manual. And it's very kind of laconic implications of how the resolution of this game is gonna work out. As if you remember the intro, you pretty much got like the 3 big leaders of the world here in Hexen. You got Sadek, the captain of the Legion or whatever, you got Tradoxus of the Church, and you got Menelkir the Sage, and they're pretty much the evil bosses of the protagonists. And I guess we're gonna have to fight each of them to get to the end of the game here. So Tradoxus will be the evil version of Parias the Cleric, I suppose. And maybe he's also behind these Dark Bishops to some extent. I think there is some kind of correspondence going on there, like if you read the manual, apparently the Etans, the 2 Etans creatures are like basically old members of the Legion turned into monsters. And I guess oh, okay. Obviously. Possible if I had to imagine, and so it is. Which is, terribly fair, as usual. Oh, that's what's over there. Is that the only way to go from here? Kinda looks that way, yeah. No escape, I don't think. Maybe. What if I go this way, though? Oh no, there is an escape, so I don't have to come here first, but hey, I'm already here, so... No, I guess I'm gonna try to find out what happens if I... do try to clear this place out first. Oh, hello. I was not expecting to find that, I'll tell you what, but... Funny how our expectations aren't always indicative of what we end up getting. Yeah, sure do love my basically headscan weapon, even though it doesn't look like it's real headscan. Does have like a an incredibly fast projectile, so it's basically headscan, but it's not quite headscan. So kind of like the other one. I think the other one in Heretic was like full-on headscan. I want to say, even if I'm not actually entirely sure. Oh, hold on. Okay, so there's a little knock back there with a couple of those dudes and also a couple of quartz flasks if I need them. There are all the remains. It's gonna be like in that one short story by, I think, Conan Doyle, where it's like, hey, we're in an ancient orchard. Some kind of ancient tomb, some kind of ancient grave that's basically built like maze, and I'm going to leave you down here and leave you in the dark to die. Like, yeah, I feel like that's something that a number of stories might have done, but at some point I read a short story by, like, I think it was Arthur Conan Doyle when he got into his edgy occultist horror story stage later in his life after Sherlock Holmes. He It's like, hey, we're in this tomb somewhere in Eastern Europe, I think, and I'm an archaeologist, I discovered it, and it's like a bunch of winding passageways. And it's all very cryptic, and it's basically some kind of death trap designed to make invaders get lost and die. And only I know the way, but you have wronged me, so I'm gonna lure you in here and then put out the candle and have fucking fun getting lost here while I get out, because I know the way out. Even though this is a very actually straightforward design when I look at the map. Okay, we got 3 switches. Get the feeling there's gonna be another I don't know, is this like the weird triangle thing with intersecting lines, like the symbol of Corax? Because, you know, the way this kind of branches off into 3 branches here kind of reminds me of the trident, which was the symbol of the spiral in Heretic. I wonder if that's on purpose. Right, I'm guessing one of the doors that's... yeah. Quite inconspicuous back here, but it shows up on the map very conspicuously as a door has opened. Okay, they all dead? Is that the only door that opened? You know, furthermore. Guess so. Alright, I guess we'll go check it out. Sure, we wonder exactly where Traductus is entombed here. Actually, I get the feeling we're gonna have to give him a few blood scorch to the face type treatments at some point or another. Okay, I keep hearing more of those. Okay, shield. Okay, what do you know? And well, you know, that's not even the other one. Okay, hold on. Let me retreat the fuck out of here and wait for those guys to come and come into this part of the level where I have the advantage. Of course, I'll walk right over here like good boys. Hold on. Turn it and spawn in out of nowhere, because of course they do that. Why wouldn't they do that? Can't really tell how many of them are left now. Hold on. I don't wanna save my amazing progress, or lose my amazing progress now. Be a tragedy. But now that I've started to clear this out a little more, I think it's time for me to get hands-on here. A little more hands-on with exterminating the rest of these. Like when they fucking shoot a barrage of missiles at each other, but you know, funnily enough, I don't think I've ever seen, like, for all I know it has happened right in front of my face, but I don't think I've ever seen 2 of those Dark Bishops in fight with each other. You know, I want to say I'm pretty, like, I don't think I've seen pretty much any of the enemies in fight except for like Etins and in fighting with the Centaurs, and maybe a couple of times if it's in fighting with other things. Okay, that opens this up. Way to the middle. Is the way to the middle the place we need to go to fight the boss here? Just make me want. Oh, yep, there he is. I think we found Traductus. He's the evil. He's literally just Pariah's recolored hallway. Does he have the Wraith Verge, excuse me. Which is Pariah's ultimate weapon. Oof. Now let's not fight him quite yet. Let's see if I can, like, get more stuff for myself first. That's the first of, like, at least four different bosses we need to fight here in this level. That's because we need to beat the big three bosses, and we also need to beat Korax, the final boss. And then we beat the game. Oh shit, okay. I'm gonna see what is the deal here, because it looks like it's kind of a very loud buzzing and descending staircase, but it's not actually. I can't even see this stuff. I don't know, maybe I can use the maybe I can use this Discs of Repulsion, which I pretty much haven't used the entire game, to like fight Traductus. It's kind of funny because, like, you've seen Traductus as a boss, it's pretty much just a recolor of Pariah, who's the cleric. And you know, he's got the whole cleric gear going on with the helmet and the cape. But if you look at the intro cutscene from the PS1 version, which I did show at the start of this, when I started playing this, and also at the start of the stream yesterday. And they show Traductus as like a pope, basically. Some dude in a robe with a pope hat. Doesn't really look like a cleric. Or at least not a battle cleric. And yet, when you actually fight him in the game, he looks just like the battle cleric that you can play as. Which kind of makes me wonder if... Like, I would imagine that Sedek and Menelcure are pretty much gonna be the same way. They're just gonna be like recolors of the other characters. Or the DeviantArt bosses. Okay, so I can fight him now, but I feel like now would be a good time to try and figure out exactly how the fuck these Discs of Repulsion work. I'll figure that out, and also figure out where the fuck the Etin that just spawned in is, because I don't want to have him around. Jesus Christ, I'm getting seriously lost here. If I go to the end of this here... Okay, keep going here. Fuck. Is this... Yeah, this is closed now. This used to be open. Just like the way out. Okay, I guess we can't actually... Yeah, there we go. Alright, I'm gonna take a quick breakaway here, just because I want to find out how this works, because I have not been able to figure it out, and I'm pretty sure the manual doesn't tell you either. Let's see. Maybe the Doom Wiki will be able to help me here. Disc of Repulsion. It's an artifact from Hexen, blah blah blah. It hurls nearby enemies and projectiles. Safe distance away from the player, dealing a small amount of damage to any monsters that collide with a wall or other object, including another enemy. Monsters that collide with one another will start infighting as if they'd been attacked. Default hotkeys 9, okay. I'm used to deflect incoming projectiles. Rarely the most effective use of discs, but it should be noted that seeking attacks such as Bloodscourge and Wraith Verge shots will become yours if you deflect them. Okay, so that can definitely work out to my advantage. Walking creatures harassing the player near a cliff can be flung over to... Okay, so the Disc of Repulsion is like, it's Wrath of the Gods, basically. If I'm reading this right. And I just never realized that. Infighting effect, blah blah blah. Cleric can combine disc with a flechette to make a projectile attack, which I'm not playing as. Okay, and I have apparently they're the most useful to the mage, even though I've been playing as the mage and I've barely been using them. So let's see, let me... I think I'm gonna prefer to use them with enters. Let me get them selected here. Okay. So I'm gonna use the Blood Scourge. I guess I'm gonna try to use a combination of the Blood Scourge and the discs here to take on Traductus. Let's see. Where are you? Okay, see. Watch your own attack turn on you. Okay, he's dead now. That was easy. And we got the Holy Relic. And this place is kind of better lit up now. Okay, so these guys are way more, way weaker than I expected, actually. I don't necessarily have to use the Blood Scourge against them if they're that weak. And there that guy was. Kinda want to use I'll give you like a fucking obscene amount of flechettes and discs of repulsion. I just haven't been taking advantage of that. It's almost like I'm not playing the game the right way because I'm just really stubborn and I want to conserve ammunition. Well, ammunition as in ammunition and items, I guess. It's kind of funny because, you know, I have this weapon that just... you can just keep shooting weak shit forever and it never runs out, so it's basically an eternal weapon, right? Refuel our magic. I guess I'm gonna try to, if I can, beat the rest of these bosses without using the Blood Scourge. See if I can save that for final boost. So that leads to this kind of mausoleum, I guess, leads to the Tomb of Traductus. I wonder which of these, where the other portals would lead, because it's like this temple back here. This might lead to the Tomb of Menelkir, if I had to imagine. So the Tomb of Sedek would be the one that's behind the centaurs. I guess I'm gonna go there first. Looks like where the action is, clearly. See, I'm guessing that this is the Tomb of Sedek. Yep, Sedek's tomb. It's gonna be like the... are you mad enough to kill all these fucking creatures on stage, if I had to imagine. Fucking Sedek, the captain, is guarded by legions of manly centaurs with abs. Predictably weak against magic, I guess. Also have the bullshit, you know, projectile attack of their own. You know, I gotta say the fucking ice shot that the mage has is really fucking useless. Okay, I'm a fan of it. Oh, they just die. They just died. Right, let's see what the deal is here. I get these guys to chase me and then they die. Or maybe not, I don't know. I think this is locked in place now. It's unfortunate. But hey, that means that I can literally just fucking stun lock these guys to death now and suffer no repercussions. There you go. They seem to be dying faster than I remember. Well, whatever. Well, why to complain? And also, what's with this thing? Looks like there might be some kind of secret back there. Am I paranoid, or is that just like the... Oh, there's something there. The geography or the geometry that I didn't get to see before these walls popped in. Might as well get that in the map, just because I get paranoid that it's not having it on my map. I feel better having it there. Okay, we got even more centers, and I can't fucking see what's in front of me because it's all dark. But I'm going to imagine that it's fine. Okay, this guy's pretty much sealing his fate by coming over here. That means I can do that. Banishment device. Okay, any more? Not that I can see, but there's this door in the way. And there's this, and there's that, and maybe we actually get a brainy puzzle in here. Some description. Or maybe not, never mind. See, that said it wants to show up his fucking Korax wallpaper there. Hello. Look who fucking decided to invite themselves in. Jesus Christ, that's really rude. It's like, hey guys, how you doing? I just exist now because I say so. That's cool, right? Oh dear. Yep, that's what I thought. Hold on. How about we don't? But we do so very, very slowly at least. Or maybe I could do that. Take advantage of the fucking trap there. Or maybe what I could do here is something like use the flechettes that I've been neglecting to use the whole game. Let me see if I can at least clear this space that's immediately in front of me first. Apparently I cannot. Where are the rest of these? Well, I don't even know like how many of those I would even need to hurt substantially. Apparently more than one is the answer. That's pretty much the reason why I chose Sadek's Tomb to do first, because I don't want to have to do this again. Or I want this out of the way as quickly as possible, I guess how I should put it. Kind of figured something like this was coming, so I figured let's just get it over with. I get the feeling I'm going to be using these flechettes a lot more when I play as the other character types. by that I mean when I play as the cleric, when I do Death Kings. I mean there's the third game mode that I can do as the warrior. Except the baby mode. Okay, there we go. Get me that mesh armor. Hey, I see that all your friends left and left you all here by yourself. Isn't that rude? Okay, so I've got at least 6 spare shots of that. Oh boy, we're gonna have to do that again. Thought we already got, well maybe not, hold on. Let's see, I thought we already... What the fuck? Already got centaurs coming out from this side, but maybe not. Need time to find the other fucking Etin that spawned in out of nowhere. And the third one. And the fourth one. Jesus Christ. Just 4 more Etins for you out of nowhere, because that's what you want, right? Okay, so... I think that nothing has changed here, which surprises me a little bit. But we had to, like, activate a series of switches or something there, and it was gonna keep track of it, like... Kinda like how in the... Oh, maybe we can use the percolator here. It's about as good a time as any to do this. I think you use it with button 6, right? There you kind of go. See, now it's a very small handful of those guys are pigs, and now they're dead pigs. Oh boy. That could be better. Probably could have gone worse too, all things considered. I think things are going quite well, actually. Used up a couple of percolators, not that it really matters, considering how they're renewable. And all that jazz. I really should be using the green man. Oh fuck. And so I suppose I will, or I will die. I suppose that's what I will do, never mind. Okay, let's do that for real this time. Oh, okay. This one guy had the ability to shoot me in the face. There we go. Okay, come on now. Get me one more percolator, which I didn't use at all in this timeline. There we go. And what do you know? We actually survived that time, and we can actually get to see what this does. We got circles, we got sun, sun, and moon, I guess. And we did see some things, some patterns on the wall over here that were similar to those. Don't you remember? Excuse me, okay. Not quite sure what the fuck I'm hearing now. Doesn't sound very inviting, I'll tell you what. Is it the ceiling? Yep, the ceiling is coming down. Hold on. Hey, we solved the puzzle. And now we can go there, I guess, and fight the big boss, I would imagine. Yep, there he is. We can actually see him just sitting in the middle there. Putting himself on a pedestal, you might say. Oh boy, he's kind of fast, isn't he? Just right off, he's just a warrior with slightly different model, and he just one-shotted me. Okay. Let's try that one more time, shall we? Oh shit. No, I just pressed buttons that were entirely the wrong buttons. No, at least they were numbers. Okay, he's dead. That could have gone worse. And we get the glaive seal. And we got this as our send-off, I suppose. So yeah, I guess we can actually... I'm guessing that was the Quietus too, the weapon that he just attacked with. Quietus, which is the... like, I'm guessing that's the shtick here, like each of the evil leaders attacks you with the class's ultimate weapon. And if that is in fact the Quietus, which is the warrior's ultimate weapon, that would mean that the warrior does in fact have a an actual ranged attack, which I didn't think that he did. I learned something today. Right, green mana is still not entirely topped off, but I'm sure we can solve that. Maybe. Or maybe we need to find a different way, but yeah, that was ZX2, I suppose. That thing's gonna come down again. We got 2 out of the 3 relics that we need to get to the end here, presumably, so now we need to... I guess we've saved the best for last, totally. The confrontation against Menelkir, the evil mage, who's the boss, former boss of Dedalon the Mage, who I'm playing as. Now, clearly this has been poetic style that I've chosen this order of the bosses to fight, and totally not coincidence. What are we talking about? How the fuck do we get to Dedalon? Or not Dedalon, but Menelkir. I think that we get there through the temple. Now let me see. These more flechettes. I'm guessing if is the Blood Scourge have homing attacks? Because I'm thinking that the one boss that the discs of repulsion are going to be the most useful against this. Hey, that's definitely the spiral symbol. Yeah, we got the symbols of the Serpent Riders, I guess. Even though I see 4, that's the spiral symbol. And I'm guessing that's Corax's symbol, if they had to. I don't actually know. I see 2 more, but there are only 3 Serpent Riders, so I don't know what's with the 4th one. Bird Serpent Rider, spoiler alert, is Eidolon, is the villain of Hexen 2. Oh. Okay, hold on. What happens if I interact with this? Okay, see, it's almost like they're trying to tell you something. Okay, yeah, these fucking fish swamp creatures are a little too... If I press this and this, just spawn in more items? I guess they do. Yes, how about I don't do that then? Okay, how about I try to take cheap shots at these guys, because it's the only way to do this reasonably. They sure are doing it to me, so, you know, I have to do it to them. See another one over there. And yep, there's another one here, closer than I think. I'm waiting for any of them to appear. And they don't want to pop out, so hold on. Give them a little incentive. Anyway, I am right in front of you. There's at least 2 more in this pool that's right next to me. Are they not the kind that shoot? I mean, that wouldn't really be a problem, but that would actually be good news, but it's a little disconcerting. I guess they're not the kind that shoot. Color me surprised. Is that all of them? We got another segment of the Blood Scourge here, I guess, if you don't already have it somehow. Even though you already had 2 chances to get the entire thing by this point in the game. I sure wonder what I'm supposed to do here. Oh boy. Just a little on the nose, don't you think? Maybe Metal Gear was a little more about the theatrics than the other 2. I mean, they swear about the theatrics in their own way, but I think Metal Gear kind of trumps the heck out of the other 2, based on what we're seeing here. Alright, there we go. Think. I say I think because you can see. I can, my estimates can be a little off sometimes. Okay, let's just highlight the N. So I'm guessing that, yeah, the trident is the spiral symbol and this weird kind of, triangle is Korax's symbol, which would mean that the N is Eidolon's symbol. Now let me see if I can get this Mystic Urn. I have another one. I don't know what the point of pushing that was. Alright, oh shit. Or if there was no point to pushing that, it was just a trap. That's entirely possible. Let's see. We have multiple symbols there. I guess we I guess if we pay attention to the shape of the water in the... Fuck. I did not mean to do that. I was trying to move sideways here. And so, right. Okay. Is that seriously not it? Maybe it's the shape of this room, which is like a big circle with a spiral in the middle. Like, so far we know that it's not the... You know what? No, fuck this, let me go ahead. It's not the circle with nothing in it, and it's not the one with a single line running through it, which is the... It's the London Underground symbol. Maybe it's this one. Yep. That didn't kill me, so I'm going to assume that that's a good thing. But did I only have to press that one, or do we have to like press these in a certain order? Let's see. Okay, that one's pressed. That one's pressed, and... Pressing that one did that, so what if I press this one? Okay, if pressing the first one also results in that, then I'm going to assume that I already did it. Yep, the only good thing that can come out of that, which I don't know what that is, because I can't tell. Just gonna take a peek back here. Oh, hold on. I guess that's the clue. It's not the shape, well, it's not just the shape of the room, it's... Hold on, what? Oh, never mind, that's not the clue after all. It's like both symbols are here. Oh no, it is the shape of the room. Okay, so we get a different choice. The shape of the room is this one. It's the single line running through it. It's the London Underground. There you go. That's where we came in, I think. Yeah, this is the room. It's that. It's this one with the spire in the middle, and let's see what the next one will be. Boy, after we kill all this fucking... Oh, wait. I'll attempt to kill all of those chaos serpents and instead we cheated out of half our life. Or... Kind of looks like it'd be a room ripe to cause some of these guys to infight with each other, but I don't even know. Doesn't really look like they did. Right, so... These guys kind of stare at me like a doofus until I actually go around like this. Alright, that takes care of that. Yep, that's another segment of the Blood Scourge, so I guess this is full on the third chance that you get in the game to assemble the ultimate weapon. Missed it the other 2 times that you got it. Or that you had it. You had the chance, right. And this room is circled with a cross running through it, as you see, so... Search for that icon. I'm assuming that I get something good out of all of that. I don't know, maybe this is like the collective Serpent Rider symbol or something. Or maybe it's the symbol of the other villain that shows up in the expansion pack for Hexen 2. We know that wouldn't make any real kind of sense within the lore of the games, but... Oh, wait, hold on. Thought it was gonna be fine, but no, the fucking game decided to spawn in this guy behind me, because that's nice. Reasonable. So we have full mana now. Okay, so this room is just... Oh, wait. This room is just a circle, pretty much, so... And find the circle symbol. And also get these Don't fucking use the dragon skin bracers at any point in the game. Alright, we did it. I think we solved all the puzzles, but we haven't really found a way to the middle, which I presume is where the actual tomb is. So I'll take another stroll through this place. I'll attempt to try and find my way in there. Oh, maybe it's this. There we go, that's how we get there. I'm gonna go ahead and, well, hold on, I see that there's something up there. Would in fact like to get it the fuck out of the way before I myself get up there. There. Right, here I am. And here's the big man himself, presumably. He's got the blood scourge, I would imagine. But so do I. And now he's dead. There you go. Sensing a bit of a sense of deja vu there with fighting the bosses. And we need to collect a special relic from here, though. Where is it? There it is. It's the Sigil of the Magus. I actually don't know how to leave this place though. Oh, there we go. It's over there. So, just no real point to us being able to get out of this room now. Yeah, we did it. We got all the 3 keys to open the final door, I think, so. I think we're up to the finale at last. Face off with old Korax himself. And make another save here. And see what we got. Are they in our item list? They probably are in our item lists. Yep, here they are. There's this. I already forgot what the name of each of them was. As you can. And there's that. And with that, well, another fucking Chaos Servants, I suppose. And another fucking present. Well, now might be the time to fucking abuse all of the items that we've stockpiled over the course of the entire game. Hold on. We have like 0 armor rating left over. So we have fucking full flechettes, full quartz flasks. We have 11 magic urns, mystic urns. We have 4 torches, which are kind of worthless, and dragon skin bracers. We have maxed out discs of repulsion. We have 4 invincibility icons, 9 percolators, 7 craters of might, and 2 dark servants. So these ought to be interesting. Here we are in mode 7 land, maybe. Dark Crucible. And let's see exactly how this is gonna work. See a switch there. That for opening that door. Well, doesn't seem to be interactable, so I don't know. What do we have in here? Oh, it's the final boost. It's Korax, and he just one-shotted me, I think. No, he didn't quite one-shot me, but... I don't know. I'm gonna try to... sort of challenge him the normal way, I guess, but even if I do beat him this way, I want to cheap the fuck out of him, just because I can. Alright. I'll cheap the fuck out of things is what he does, by the looks of it. You know, like, try to empty my entire ammo of this. See what happens. I don't think he necessarily has that much health, just based on the fact that, according to some of my sources, the, oh shit, I didn't mean to actually use this against these idiots. According to some of my sources, he kind of dies in 2 shots from the Wraith Verge, which is the cleric's ultimate weapon. But I guess it would be too easy to find him normally, so I just have to do this in phases. See, I don't know what the point of these switches are, since this don't really seem to do anything. Oh, hello. Extra Crater of Might and extra Mujik. I don't think I even want to save right now, just because of the fact that I want to. Okay. Oh, I don't even think I'm gonna use magic for this. Hold on. I just gotta use the alternative. Then I am gonna use magic, I guess, but it's like. Okay, I have one flechette left after that. And there it goes. Alright, used up all of my flechettes. I wonder if that's even gonna make a difference. Each and every one of these things by my own self. And then fight Big Man Corax again, maybe. There he is. Oh, fuck. I was not aware that he would even do that, but... Okay, I'm out of... magic for both of those, but that's okay because I have Craters of Might. Hold on. Now I have full ammo again. Isn't it funny how that works? Alright, I think he's dead. I think I just beat the game. Hold on. Oh dear. Okay, that's what was hurting me. I was gonna see what the fuck's going on there. Okay, I think I just beat him by my own virtue. Without even abusing all of my items, so that's definitely possible. Just one Crater of Might, and well, I used all of my flechettes, but I also used one Crater of Might. And a bunch of quartz flasks, but I mean, there's a bunch of spares around here, so that doesn't really make a difference. And I think I beat the game. Didn't even end up using any of these discs of repulsion, and there's Corax's dead body, I guess. And you know, I could just celebrate my victory here, but what I think I'm gonna do is something different. And I'm going to... I am gonna save state here, actually. Or just quick save. But then, after doing that, I'm going to load my Necropolis save, which is right here. And this time things are gonna be a little different. might say. Just try to max out my magic with these, and then move on to the next map, and then, oh baby, things are gonna be different this time, let me tell you. Oh, I need an attack plan. How can I abuse all of this shit the most effective possible way? Let me go ahead and get me some of that. Have me some of that. What else? Well, have me one of these, of course. Just stand right in front of this giant alien insect self. Compel to the fuck out of him. And then I will watch as my dark servant. How the fuck do you even use the dark servant? Hold on. Hi crazy, or is that doing nothing? I want to enjoy this to the fullest, so you'll excuse me for a second. Dark servant, blah blah blah. When thrown, it can become a Molitor who will fight for the player. If it lands in a place where there's not enough room, it'll simply float there where it can be picked up. Okay, so I need to like put it in a place where it can react, so that's not quite working there. Hold on, I need to activate another one of these now. It's not quite working, is it? Fucking. I guess I can just go ahead. Well, go ahead and nothing. They have a bunch of craters of might. That was the time to use them. Let's see. Just give me a second to do this now. Yeah, there we go. Okay, I do need to. I do want to use this, but there's not enough room for it to. What the fuck? What do you mean there's not enough room? Alright, we did it. And now it's time for me to become invincible again. And just do this again. Hello, Korax. What's going on, my friend? Just don't mind me as I fucking blast you in the face point blank with this. Watch you die again. Oh, there we are. Let's actually watch the ending now, shall we? With a scream of agony, you're wrenched from this world into another. Every part of your body wreathed in mystic fire. When your vision clears, you find yourself standing in a great hall filled with ghostly echoes and menacing shadows. In the distance, you can see a raised dais, or dice, or however the fuck you pronounce that. And upon it, the only source of light in this world. This can only be the Chaos Sphere, source of Korax's power. With this, you can create worlds or destroy them. Like Korax didn't, I guess. By rights of battle and conquest, it is yours, and with trembling hands, you reach to grasp it, Perhaps now a new player will join the cosmic game of power. Like the pawn who is promoted to queen, suddenly the very reaches of the board seem to be within your grasp. Apparently. And the music gets gradually louder. But wouldn't you know it? There are other players mightier than you. And who can know their next moves? Question mark. Alright, so there you go. And I'm not quite sure if that piece that's on the right side, I suppose it's supposed to be Corax, but I'm not sure if the piece on the left side is supposed to be the mage that I just played as, or if it's supposed to be the Spadle, who also kind of look like that. I guess it's supposed to be the mage because it's really hard to tell, but I guess you got the white pieces and the black pieces, and it looks like Corax is one of the black pieces and the mage is white. But yeah, there you go, that's the ending of the game, I guess, maybe. What happens if I press space at this point? Nothing. So yeah, that's the end screen right here. Oh yeah, that was Hexen, but I'm wondering if that red hand there is supposed to be something completely abstract, or if it's supposed to be Eidolon, the villain of the next game. Because he's a red dude. I can tell you that much right now. I guess he would have a hand like that. Maybe, I don't know. Or maybe it's like with the heresiarch, excuse me, in, you know how they show him at the end of Heretic, but then when you play Hexen, it turns out that he's not the main villain. Like the story goes that they were originally going to use the heresiarchs to side for Corax, but they didn't end up doing that, so it just ended up being a little nonsensical. Or maybe not nonsensical, but no, like, didn't quite have the effect that they were going for. But, just to cap this off, I can show you the ending in the PS1 version, the ending cutscene, which is pretty much the same, but with more animation.
With a scream of agony, you are wrenched from this world into another. Every part of your body wreathed in mystic fire. When your vision clears, you find yourself standing in a great hall. In the distance, you can see a raised dais, and upon it, the only source of light in this world. This can only be the Chaos Sphere, the source of Corax's power. With this, you can create worlds or destroy them. By rights of battle and conquest, it is yours, and with trembling hands you reach to grasp it. Perhaps now, a new player will join the cosmic game of power. Suddenly, the very reaches of the board seem to be within your grasp. But there are other players mightier than you, and who can know their next moves.
Well, that was different. Instead of showing like the devil archetype red hand creature there, which I guess I'm gonna show again, hold on. Instead of showing the red hand devil archetype type creature here, demonic red hand of non-specific monstrosity, they show some other dude. I guess that it's the same model that they used for Menelkir or whatever. They just wanted to like cut corners there. Didn't want to like render a hand just like this. You know, that kind of leaves me the question, how did they create this image that we're looking at right now? They actually do a render, like a 3D render, or is it like a digitized version of a drawn piece, or what? So I can't quite put my finger on it. It was like early mid-90s, so I don't think the CG technology was that prevalent in a lot of games. Or at least CG technology that is trying to like do pseudo-realistic stuff and make it look good. I gotta tell you, the artwork in this does look pretty good, but like, I think the deal is that the way they made up a lot of these, they created a lot of the artwork for these enemies, monsters in these games. was basically they made plasticine models and then they took photographs of those and then they did in different poses and then they digitized those. And that's how they made the sprites for the enemies. I don't know if that applies to this game. I'm pretty sure that's how they did it for like Doom 64. That's like the one example where I'm like triple extra sure that they did it like that. But anyway, yeah, that was Hexen. That was Hexen Vanilla, that is. I could have played as the fighter. By the way, if you've since I'm not gonna play as a fighter in the expansion pack, he just punches people. That's how he wins the game. Yeah, it's one of the things, one of the sticks that kind of distinguishes Hexen from like Doom and what have you. Or it's like, you know, in Doom and in Heretic for that matter, you have the whole thing with the main gameplay being a first-person shooter, where you're shooting stuff from a distance, but in this game you actually get up close and personal with them, and you fucking beat them up with your fist. So it's melee combat in a first-person game like that. What a concept. And I also could have played as a cleric, but the thing about, oh shit, I wasn't expecting that to actually react, but it did. But I don't think I'll be showing off the cleric right now, simply because I will be playing as the cleric when I do Death Kings of the Dark Citadel, which is the sort of expansion thing for this game, which I'm probably gonna be starting off right now just because I want to have a quick stream, because I started off really late because I was doing other stuff earlier, and you know, we didn't end up having a co-op stream. Like, maybe if I had done that, I would have started Death Kings, but this point is like, kinda wanna wind down a little bit and maybe just fuck around for a bit. Guess I'll beat the winnowing hole here as the warrior, which is the, you know, this little prologue stage that you get at the start of the game. Let's see. Got the emerald key, so we can open this door now. I don't think this is a game where it's better that I played in short bursts anyway. It's like, you know, I can always say, don't get me wrong, it's a good game, but I feel like I can get tilted sometimes with these types of games, especially like with these types of games, like Doom Engine type stuff, I just find myself replaying the very start of the game a whole bunch. Just because, not only because it's accessible, just because, you know, you can just pick new game and just play it, but also because of the fact that it's easier. It's just meant to ease you into the game, kind of, and for that reason it's considerably less tilting than a lot of the other parts of the game. Oh. And pretty much the same thing goes for the first hub of Hexen 2. But hey, here's a fun fact for you. Unlike the first hub of this game, I actually did manage to beat the first hub of Hexen 2 in, like, on my own at some point. Only once, but still. There's just something about this old kind of aesthetic. Hey, punch the bell. You who ring the bell of awakening, the fate of the undead. I mean, that's pretty much what this is. Like, I don't think the protagonists here are undead, but pretty much every other enemy and monster in the game is. And
Greetings, mortal. Are you ready to die?
and that obligatory little intro sequence. I think I did mention this at some point, but I'm pretty sure I haven't recently, so I'll go ahead and say how... Well, here's Timon's axe. He uses to slay Pumbaa. And it also uses magic, even though it's a melee weapon. That's the first weapon that you collect, is the fucking... the warrior. And... what was I gonna say? Oh yeah, that, you know that thing at the beginning of the stage of each hub where you see Korax's face and he's just like, hey, I'm gonna kill you and what have you. First time I ever saw that was in an old Flash game from like 2000, I don't know, 2001, 2002, something like that. All the mystery, where it's basically a bunch of stock, edgy, satanic type stuff put into a game that's basically a quiz about mythology of various types. And that might be a little trickier actually to play as play a warrior for me, because I've been just been abusing the shit out of the mage's range attacks the entire game. What will I do here where I have to beat up the Wendigo? I've thought, but never mind. Okay, I think that's enough of that. Oh yeah, that was Hexen. That was second in this series of Heretic / Hexen games. It's kind of funny, because I'm pretty sure like Hexen is the mid-series, like the first and last game of this that they made in this little universe, or they have the Heretic brand, and they follow the same character. But this, I'm pretty sure that the Hexen games are the better known among these. And hey, while I'm at it, since I never bothered to actually test this, I guess I might as well do this now. Time to figure out how well Hexen 2 will run, if at all, because I did get that running for myself. I did get a source port for it called Hammer of Therion, I think. I think that's a world that Hexen 2 is set in. Therion is the name of the world. The fuck is the thing? Is it here? Yeah, there it is. Should like create a copy of this and put it here. Paste. There you go. Hexen 2. Let's see if this will actually... oh, Jesus, that's really loud. This will actually run decently, or what? Because I'm not going to be playing Hexen 2 right after this. It's going to be Death Kings of the Dark Citadel, like I said, which I'm going to be playing not on Chocolate Hexen, but on... This isn't quite 4x3, is it? Hold on. Let me see. Oh dear. It's also really loud. I turn the music way up because I think it's kind of quiet, but the sounds are really loud. Yeah, actually video modes. No, but I do want a, true... I don't know. It doesn't necessarily have a true... what do you call it? True 4x3, unless that's it. Hold on. Is that true for... no, I guess that does look like 4x3. Guess we'll go with this instead. You have to put old mission, because this is the expansion pack that you have to run to be able to select that. Alright. Play as the Paladin, of course, in mid stuff. Well, it looks okay, and I'm guessing that it'll run alright. This is Hexen 2. instead of having a use button, you just kind of use any usable stuff by coming up with also spiders. Punch them. Just push this thing. Just fall down the hole and we got a dude with arrows. That's really annoying actually, because they get like perfect aim. Push the Triforce button, you get out of here, you get the torch, which I forgot to get beforehand, and you jump on the trees, just for the sake of it. Also, as you might be hearing from the clickety-clacking of my keyboard, this actually uses keyboard controls, instead of the mouse controls that the old Doom engine had. Adventurers, something something. It says Tyrannith. In case I fail to destroy Eidolon, who's the villain of this game. And you know, much like in the other games, you get this big, sort of fanfare. About, you know, not knowing what the villain looks like until you actually fight him at the end. I feel like there's a lot harder to avoid damage in this game, though. Also, that's a thing. I mean, I manage well enough, which... Oh yeah, that's fun fact too. I think this game also has, yeah, it has this. It has RPG elements and stats and junk. I don't actually know what importance that has, but I'm guessing that it's important. I think I've played, well, I mean, you can raise your max HP. That's about it, really. I think the thing is there's like a, you know, there's a limited amount of things that you can kill in the game, so it's a bit redundant, so... Better go out of your way to kill everything, or you're not gonna be able to min-max your character, I guess. Also, eat up the sheep, because why not? Give up the sheep, and I'm pretty sure that also has to do with the special item you can... Oh yeah, these are the transition points. You can go to the mill, even though I don't think you're supposed to go there right now, or you can go this way to someplace else entirely after, moving up more dudes and this sorcerer in the skull. You need bone dust of Lorg to create the spell of literal transmutation, so it's pretty much what they do in this game instead of doing the thing from Hexen 1 where it's like, hey, you need to press 8 switches and solve the puzzle in the main room. And go to Barbican. Which we can, but I'm not actually, well, gonna watch the scene where the sheep gets launched. Yeah, that should give you an idea of what this game's gonna be like when I eventually play it, but... Oh Jesus, actually that music's really fucking loud. It gets louder, I guess I should actually... That's a more acceptable volume for it, I would say. Maybe a little louder. Not full on loud, but there we go. It's probably good enough. But yeah, that's... You can also launch yourself, don't you know? And you're supposed to get over the wall, but... I think we've determined that the game works. How if I start a new mission? I actually don't know what happens. You can play as a Demoness, who's a new character in this mode. She-bitch. Well, of course, I've tried to launch the feet, blah blah blah, spoilers. Oh, she has... Oh, she's the sorcery character, I guess. She has an unlimited cheap attack that she can do that's ranged. Actually had no idea, but actually kind of leaves me the question. Is she the only character that has a ranged attack that's like limitless? Because you got the assassin who's also a lady, but she has this weird knife. Hold on, let's do all the mission. Got the necromancer, who has this weird kind of cane with a hook on the end. And you got the cleric, aka the crusader, that's what we call it in this, the paladin. I think paladin is one of the difficult levels for this guy, isn't it? Yeah, Paladin is the... Actually, no, Paladin is the first character. I didn't even see that. Can be a gallant, a holy avenger, like in that movie with that Rainn Wilson, I think. You can be a divine hero or a legend. You can be an apprentice, choir adept, or a lord. You can be a sorcerer, a dark servant, warlock, or lich king. No copper and infringement intended. You can be a rogue, cutthroat, executioner, or widowmaker. Which, you know, this got infringed upon later, if anything. And, can be larva, spawn, fiend, or she-bitch as the demoness. Well, not how that works out. And this is the Hammer of Therion source port, yeah, which... Like, I don't know. Pretty sure I own all of these on Steam in some form or another, but like to get them to actually, you know, run right on modern systems, you need to get a source port for them pretty much. Speaking of source ports, might as well start up GC Doom just for the hell of it, because I'm going to be using that to play Death Kings, like I said, and it's already selected, what do you know. Death Kings of the Dark Citadel. Just test that real quick. I'm pretty sure there's not going to be any problems, but might as well just do that. No, not Explorer, the actual application, or is it? Why is it not showing up? Oh, there it is. I think. Okay, I guess it needs to be focused to actually work. So are there any people? Well, there's a Shane, or a Mike, or an Eric. There's a Ben, there's a Chris, okay. Show the credits again. Why is this so quiet? Hold on. It's certainly much quieter than the last thing I was playing. Okay, that would explain why. Let's see, there's a Ben, there's an Eric, there's a Chris, yes. I think this pretty much confirms that the graves in the last level of Hexen Vanilla were just names of the developers, because they're here. I don't see the mic though, actually. Hold on, give it a minute for the credits screen to pop up again. I guess Michael Raymond. Raymond-Judy is Mike. Oh yeah, in the source port you can randomize your character choice. You can... Oh, okay, hold on. That's interesting, so there's a thing. If you pick, well, it's like Hexen 2 Regis, so if you pick a specific character by yourself, you can get skill or difficulty level that's matched to the character. But if you pick random, then the skill level names are based on the skill level names from Heretic. If I go random, I place the mage, no fix. I'm playing as the cleric who has this mace. Hey look, it's real 3D. What amazing leaps in technology we've done. Look at this frame rate, it's fucking incredible, isn't it? And you can actually see stuff that's far away instead of it just being invisible nonsense. But yeah, this is something that I'll be doing in the future, by which I mean probably next week. I just want to finish winding down. I'm by that, I guess, since I've been doing tests of these couple of games, which I have been able to confirm I can play and stream without problems at least. And that's cool. Let's see. Guess I might as well finish this up with the thing that I'll probably be playing on my own time, and for a little while at least, once I end the stream. If nothing else, just because I'm curious as to how this will go. Because I did try streaming this once, but it didn't exactly run as smoothly as it could have. And even though I probably will be doing this for like 20 minutes or so, I'm probably not even gonna change the game just because it's like just the end. Oh boy, here we go. Let's see how many minutes it'll take for this thing to melt my computer if I try to stream it. Let's play Stardew Valley. The most CPU intensive game ever. Oh yeah, buddy. Let's play on the second character I made, which I actually have a way better weapons on. It's almost like I know how to play the game better the second time around. Okay, time to say a bunch of things that probably nobody's gonna understand, because I think anyone that's currently watching even plays this, and I know for a fact that the people who do play this aren't gonna be able to find this because I didn't change the game, and the reason I didn't change the game, like I said, is hey look, I'm petting the animals like in Stardew Valley. See, I told you. Oh, shoot. Supposed to wait for the quest, the exclamation mark. I screwed it up. Now we're not gonna be having any more pork milk or whatever. Like, is there a reason to have pigs in your farm other than to eventually slaughter them? But yeah, time to kill Anjanath. I need 2 Anjanath fangs for one of the things that I'm trying to do right now, which is the ultimate fire weapon. That's the dual blades. We have everything else, but I need 2 more of those fangs, which deceptively fucking hard to get. Pretty much any materials that have that icon with the teeth and the tongue are like really fucking rare for some reason. Actually, fairly infuriating. I have 15 minutes to kill Anjanath, or just capture it too, but you know, according to this thing that tells you the deal with each monster, apparently, no, not the map, this. Apparently, if you carve Anjanath, you have a higher chance of actually getting those as a carve. And I don't. It's kind of weird. Like, they don't show up in the rewards thing, which is what you get at the end of the mission, I think. And yet, I'm pretty sure that I've seen the fangs drop, you know, show up as rewards, and I don't know if they just show up there because I break the head or what. But let's see exactly how this goes. I have 15 minutes to hunt Anjanath, but not before eating a big old meal to magically extend my life bar and stamina bar. Let's grab this stuff, which I don't really need. Well, maybe I'll need it, who knows. Can never tell. Anjanath's right down there. You know, we magically know exactly where it is because we forged a psychic link with it after tracking it down on many previous occasions, I guess. And now that we've done that so many times, we can actually tell exactly where it is before we even see it. Hey, look at that, there's Anjanath. And here's my bullshit couple of blades, which I was kind of waiting for it to do that, but whatever. Just do this. Okay, yeah, there's a little bit of lag going on here. You know, versus when I play this by myself and I'm not streaming it. Frame rate is not quite ideal, but I mean, it works out, which is kind of weird because I'm pretty sure I'm not pretty sure I know for a fact that I've you know, played this a bunch of times while watching other people's streams, and it hasn't really caused performance to take nearly as much of a hit as it seems to be doing here. Oh boy, I'm stunned. That's why you bring this thing. Never get unstunned. Okay, you missed, my friend. Okay, I need to fill up the little red meter under the sharpness meter on the top left there, I think. And then I'll actually be able to draw attacks that aren't complete garbage. Because I have a skill, I think, that makes my draw attacks a little bit better. Oh, yeah, that's exhausted, I think. fucking RIP my invincibility mantle. To try to escape and get some emergency heals. Just chug that Estus. I imagine it's paralyzed because of my cat helper. Hit him with my paralysis, with its paralysis weapon. It's kind of nice when you have an actual paralysis weapon that has the chance to do that, but what you actually do... Okay, I think I just broke off the head. Which means that I should potentially be able to get the material that I'm after now, at least as a reward. Because the carves and the rewards are pretty much completely random. Except for the rewards that you get for breaking body parts. I think that's how that works at least. What material did I even get? Fucking Wyvern Tear. I fucking absolutely nothing. It gets converted to those green points immediately, which means that I can't use it for anything. It's garbage. I wonder if there's a mod to take like Wyvern Tears and Dragon Treasures out of the game or stuff that you can't actually use for anything, because if you wanna fucking grind those research points, there's so many more things you can do that don't cause you to waste actually useful resources that you're hunting for. Hey, he saw me. I missed. I went a little ahead of the curve there. Okay. Right, well, at least I'm not dead. Oh boy, there's 10 minutes left. Am I gonna be able to make it? I don't know. Ow. Well, apparently maybe not, because, okay, well I just got stunned, so... I think I have good enough armor, but it's not gonna be able to one-shot me. But you never know. Just to drop these bombs for me to throw at it. Let's see if I can cut the tail, because I think I already broke the head. It's almost dead, so I don't know if I'm gonna be able to cut the tail. Let's try it, my friend, just fucking stay here. I'm gonna try it though. Okay, I did cut the tail, there you go. And I got myself a fucking scale, which is not what I wanted. Claws, 2 claws. Claws or fangs, I don't remember, it's either or, but it's definitely on a scale. Oh gee, that's nice. The fucking Jaguars has joined us. That's gotta be the fucking make or break in this situation. I wonder if the Jaguars is even gonna still be around when I hold on. Or, Jedi notices that I've followed it all the way here. Let me drop this thing down and restore my health. The green mist. Oh, I think he saw me. Although usually I do not kind of scurries back to some nest or a vine floor kind of place. And it's almost dead like this, but I don't know if it can have the chance to now. But it might actually be doing that now. Yeah, I can actually stagger it a little bit with these bomb drops. Oh fuck. And so I did, and so I stopped it from running away again. I think I actually broke the head there. I thought I had already broken it, but got like a drop from that, but perhaps that was not quite the case. Yeah, there we go. The game really wants me to collect these shiny mushrooms over here, so I'll do that first and then... What the fuck am I finding here? Split shroom cap, which I guess I'd never collected before. Right, now. And precisely 0 of the carbs that I got from that were what I wanted. Let's see if I at least get one from the reward screen. Oh yeah, there's Jagras here. Hey Jagras, guess what? Fucking die, that's what. And the rest of you as well, just because you're hanging around here and loitering. And that's not really nice, don't you know? Even though I'm pretty sure Jagras can't actually attack you or hurt you after you already are in the victory screen. That took 8 minutes, 11 seconds. Okay, I see. Okay, I did get the stuff I wanted at least, but... And not until after the hunt. Bone, keen bone, blah 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 blah. And here's the thing, I actually want the fang. 2 fangs, which is exactly how many I need to make the fire swords. And I just completed 50 investigations, which I guess is something that I never actually did on my other character, because I just got an achievement for that. Steam. I did 50 investigations. This time I'm gonna pet the pig properly. And I'm gonna go make the thing. Let's see, it's the fire one, so it's these. Okay, I now have the ultimate fire things. Even though they give me negative affinity. Hold on. 50%? Well, it's 50%, that's not really... That's a percentage though, isn't it? Yeah, so it's a hard number. Percent positive affinity, we got also bonus 3% affinity, so I guess... Yeah, I guess it kind of balances out. And, you know, miraculously I do have the money to make them, because I've been... Basically lost all my money by making all these high-level weapons and upgrading all my armor to maximum. But, as you can see, I've got quite a few of these high-level weapons already. How many I got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, rarity 7 weapons. I'm guessing you need the rarity 8 weapons to actually get an achievement for like getting 5 super rare weapons. I guess those are the rarity 8 ones. So I want to hunt Kirin, that's the thing. So I can get these Kirin lightning element blades. Get hunt one Kirin now, I wonder if how well that'll go. It's about to end, but fuck it. Do I have a high rank Kirin investigation? Yes I do, I have 2, alright. Right, what do I have in my pockets right now though? So I'm pretty sure I'm gonna want like those big barrel bombs for one thing to actually beat up the Kirin. Also gonna want to change my invincibility mantle for the thunderproof mantle because that's actually more useful in this fight. Let's see what else. Do I have barrel bombs? I don't believe I do. Now I do. Okay, let's go hunt a Kirin, I guess. Can only take us as much as 50 minutes. Can't imagine it actually being a problem, surely. I'm noticing a very slight uptick of lag when I stream this, but it's not really that big of a problem. Booster. I don't even know what these food skills are because I haven't. You know, for as much as I've become more familiarized with the mechanics of this game, I still haven't. I barely fucked around with the food skills. Probably should. You know, actually do that more since might actually be useful. So now we know where the Kirin is. It's like the third or the fourth Kirin that I've hunted in the entire game. And yet it kinda looks like these scout lights are already having a very high tracking level where I only need like 2 tracks to maximum tracking. Which is kinda surprising to me. Okay, hold on. Before I head down there, let me go ahead and preemptively equip this thing. I'm pretty sure I'm gonna need it. And hello horsey. And I'm pretty sure. Oh, wait, I don't want to break the horn. That's how you get the horn, which is the rare material here. It's kind of weird. The last Kirin that I fought on this, that I hunted on this, was a low rank one, and I went after it with Dragon Element weapon. You know, Elder Dragons have supposed to be weak to dragon weapons. Jesus Christ. Where'd you go? Can't even see right now. Oh, there it is. See, part of the problem too is nothing fucking blends in with the scenery here. According to the monster field guide, at least, element that Kirin is weakest against is fire, which is the reason I was making these fire element blades, because I wanted to kill him more, so I can grind out the Kirin electric weapons. I'm wondering if it's going to be any easier to break the horn if I'm using a fire element weapon. I think I'm getting me some higher damage ratings than the last Kirin I fought with the dragon element ones at least. Well, so far I'm not horribly dying, so there's that. You know, used to read comments on the internet all the time about how fucking Kieran can just stun lock you to death really easily, but I want to say that that's more or less what happened when I first tried to fight the low rank Kieran with my old character. But that really doesn't seem to be the case with this character at all, I gotta tell you. It probably helps that I pretty much am now a religiously dual blades user. Even if I am trying to branch out into other weapons a little bit. Just for the sake of being able to learn them. I guess this is part of the reason why you should bring Dragon Elements or Elder Seal weapons, which are more or less the same thing really. I think pretty much all the Dragon Element weapons. Oh fuck. Well, that's the reason why you want to have the fucking Thunder Mantle when you fight this dude, because he gives you that that shit that he's doing right now, where if he hits you with a lightning bolt when you're not protected, Jesus Christ, he gives you the fucking Thunder Blight, which can in fact stun lock you to death. Alright. Trying my darndest to fucking not be dead here. Do I have any nullberries? I don't even have any nullberries, do I? Because that's what you need to get rid of that. Without just having to wait it out. And the Elder Seal in the Dragon weapons pretty much allows you to get rid of this bullshit Elder Dragon build-up, which... Shit. Okay, well... Well, time to bring nullberries and also artificially extend my health, because I desperately need that for this fight. I am determined to try and kill him with these, though. Let's see. Already took that. I'm gonna need a max potion, I guess. I can easily make those. And I can use the rations to max out my stamina. Have any max potions right now? I don't believe I do. Some mega nutrients from bitterbug and blue mushroom, mix that with honey and mix that with mandragora, which you can like infinitely cultivate all of these things in the botany place after a certain point. These dung pots, okay, I was gonna say are they flash pots, but no. It's my mac out, I didn't actually put my max potion in my inventory, that's a little counterproductive. Bite-sized hunks of meat that you can use to raise your stamina, I guess. That's the deal there. How does it take the fucking mantle to recharge? Just could wait it out. At this point I realized I didn't actually bring nullberries with me, but that's okay. There should be a few of them around here. There's one right there. Yeah, maybe I should hang out here until the fucking thunderproof mantle recharges, because I'm kinda gonna need that to not die. Thinking. I only get 2 chances to do this, so if I die here one more time, then I fail the quest. There we go. Oh hey, you came up here, you got impatient, I guess. Okay, I'm not quite sure why this, why I'm not able to, like, damage the dude. Like, when my weapons are at maximum sharpness. Just a little bit concerning for me. Jesus. I don't know, maybe I should have. Oh boy, am I dead? Okay, not quite. That was miraculous that I didn't die there, though. I think it's time for a mega potion now. Okay, I think his fucking Elder Seal build up has calmed down a little bit at least, so that's cool. And I do believe that's a dragon pot, so if he decides to get Randy again, then I can actually... Okay, he's almost dead actually. It's going substantially better than I actually thought it was. So what we do now is... a fucking dragon treasure, Jesus Christ. See, that's why I say fucking... Can we just mod those out of the game? Because I would really rather have a material than that. I don't need those 800 research points. I can just grind them out myself if I really need them. But yeah. Now we kind of wait for Kieran to get up to his lair up there. Go to sleep, and once it goes to sleep I can ambush it with my dastardly weapons that I brought specifically for this. You know, at this point it occurs to me that I've been kind of neglecting looking at the actual output of this game on the stream, and I think a problem that I had with it, like a very brief test that I made once upon a time, was that it looks okay on my my monitor, but it looks kind of the frame rate is kind of choppy on the screen, on the stream. I'm kind of wondering if that's the case right now. I guess I'll find out. A lot more footage to work with this time, after all. I only got 14 out of, or did I get 15? Okay, I got 15. I say it's fucking weird if that's not a multiple of 3. Surprise! Wake up! Well, they broke the horn, so... Sure do hope I don't fucking die at this point. That sure would be, irritating. Oh shit. Okay, where's my mulberries? There they are. Oh fuck. Okay, that wasn't quite the dodge I was going for, but I'll take it. Okay, this is my last first aid medicine here. Oof. Jesus Christ. Work with me here. I need you to die. I can't tell if he has the dragon build-up right now, because if that's the case, I don't think he does, because like, I think the way Kieran looks when it has the dragon build-up is, I need a max potion right now. Yes, or mega potion, whatever. I think the way he looks when he has the dragon build-up is, he's just completely coated in lightning and junk. And, you know, he does that bullshit attack where he... Okay, I did it. He makes like a bunch of different parallel lines of thunder rain down upon everything. Question is, did I get any Azure horns? Because that's like the whole reason that I did this hunt. Or do I just get 4 hides? No, I also get a thunder tail. Hooray. I'm thinking I should probably equip my Palico with the material grinding gadget when I do this. Feels like it's not really worth it half the time if I don't actually get those materials that I'm after. What's in my, well, I didn't get to do a gesture there, but... So what we got here, look at the horse's butt, just like like all the people who like horses in this day and age do. What am I after again? The Thunderhorn, right? So, a Sewer Horn. Got a grand total of 1 out of like 4 that I need. Well, it's better than 0, I guess. Still hardly ideal. Alright, that was that Kirin thing. Let's see, check the wish list real quick. Well, after I do the obligatory... what do you call it? Botanical resource and Tail Raider Safaris returned, I see. Just sort that out and then... and then actually end the stream, I guess. Capture Anjanath. Sure. What else? I don't know about the rest of these. I do need to hunt Pookie Pookie actually, because I need the wings for one of my bullshit sword and shield weapons, poison weapons that I'm totally gonna kill the final boss with. Once I have them. I guess I'm gonna select one of these, but which one? This one, I guess. Can't faint at all, but who the fuck is gonna faint while fighting Pookie Pookie? I ask you. Okay, I guess I didn't get any updates from here.
Harvest, harvest!
And what else? The Tail Raider Safari, I guess. I think Sinister Cloth is the only thing that's actually worthwhile that you can get out of these Tail Raider vouchers. Sure, hunt Lavasiath. Lavasiath is kind of a pain to fight. Alright, that's Monster Hunter, which I played for like half an hour or something. And yeah, it was a short stream tonight because I just wanted to finish Hexen Vanilla and then test out a bunch of stuff, which I have not done on stream in a while. Or just for the stream in general, I guess. But now that I've done that, I'd say it's time to not be here anymore, and I'm gonna turn off the... I'd say turn off the game capture, but fuck it. I think it gets to stay. But yeah, that's pretty much the end of the... the end of the... stream. So, you know, the usual. I mean, I guess it's marginally more likely that people are still awake, considering that it's like 1 or 2 hours earlier than I usually end these, so... So, to those of you who may be... Don't take it easy. Thank you everybody for coming like always. Thanks for chatting. Always great whenever people chat. And I will be seeing you probably next week. But there's always the phantom of me being able to, what do you call it? Well, to just stream during the week, which I usually never do. But since that is, you know, like I always say, always kind of unlikely, the more likely scenario is that I will be seeing you sometime next weekend with possibly some co-op streams, possibly something else entirely, and possibly, and quite probably at that, the continuation and conclusion of Hexen 1, which is Death Kings of the Dark Citadel. Which hopefully I should be able to actually, you know... Fuck. Better TV, what are you doing? Turn the dark mode on. It's always supposed to be on. Why do you fucking turn it off behind my back? There you go. But yeah, that's basically what the thing's gonna be. Well, I guess I can use this background music as the end of the stream theme. It's supposed to be the usual stuff, so... Just gonna check over here to see if anyone that I know is watching that I can just send people over to that maybe existing, which is, you know, just about as might seem redundant, but I'm still gonna say it, about as likely as people watching. Just let me check here. Got a couple of people that might have something nice going on. Okay, I'm gonna send you over to Rachel Tad. She's playing The Witness, which I think is a puzzle game, which I think I have in some form. Like part of a bundle or part of something like that, you know, the usual. In fact, let me check my list of Steam games right here. Of stuff that I've never even looked at. Let's see. I have The Walking Dead, I have Warhammer, I have The Witness, yes, I have this. I have no idea when I got it, but I have it, so... I guess just for that I'm gonna go ahead and do that. So yeah, goodbye. And I will see you next week in some form or another. That's how you spell that, right? Yeah, there you go.